Beloved Taurus, as the wheel of the heavens turns, you find yourself standing at a sacred threshold, the edge of a cycle that has silently ended, and the brink of a new divine unfolding. The universe, ever watchful, has not missed a single one of your quiet heartbreaks, your sleepless nights, or the silent prayers whispered into the void. And now, under the guiding eye of Jupiter retrograde in Gemini and the recent new moon in Cancer, a powerful portal has opened. This is your crossing. Do not be deceived by the stillness you feel. Stillness is not emptiness, it is gestation. In this moment, your soul is not resting, it is remembering, it is reclaiming pieces of itself long scattered across the trials of past months. The energy that surrounds you is not random, it is sacred design. Every thread of your pain, every detour, every goodbye was preparing you for what is about to emerge. You have cried. Oh, how you have cried. But those tears did not fall in vain. They were not signs of weakness. They were offerings. They softened the hardened soil of your spirit, making it fertile for the seeds of purpose and truth. And now, those seeds begin to crack open. With every tear, the universe has been alchemizing your sorrow into something radiant, into gold. The Eight of Cups rises in your spiritual landscape, not as a card of sadness, but as a sigil of courage. You have walked away from what was once familiar but no longer nourishing. That walk, quiet, difficult, misunderstood, was an initiation. You are no longer bound to old identities, old patterns, or old fears. You have heard the sacred whisper, there is more. You are more. Before we go any deeper, I want to invite you into this sacred circle. If these words are already awakening something within you, if your soul is stirring as you listen, then this space is meant for you. Subscribe now to stay aligned with messages like this and share in the comments what part of your spirit is rising right now. Let your voice join this collective awakening. You're not walking alone. And what a powerful soul you are, Taurus. The world may see your resilience as stoicism, your silence as simplicity, but your silence is ancient. It is the voice of the earth herself. And right now, the earth within you is quaking, not in destruction, but in rebirth. Mars currently transits Leo, igniting your fourth house of home and inner roots. This is not about bricks and walls. This is about the temple of your being. You are rebuilding yourself from the ground up. You are purifying the foundation of who you are, shedding emotional debris passed down through generations. Lineage pain is lifting, ancestral echoes are softening. You are healing not just for you, but for those who came before you and those who will come after. Can you feel it? That sense of something awakening inside you? The wheel of fortune, that ancient guardian of cycles, is spinning again in your favor. Not by chance, but because you have earned it. The universe never moves randomly. It moves in rhythm with your soul's evolution. You are not just a body walking through time. You are a living myth, Taurus, a breathing prophecy. Venus, your ruling planet, dances delicately through Cancer this month, weaving threads of deep emotional clarity and divine tenderness into your field. It asks you now, are you ready to soften without surrendering your strength? Are you ready to love yourself first and then others, not from longing but from fullness? This is not about romantic fantasies. This is about soul alliances. The Page of Cups and the Star emerge, signaling divine encounters. Someone is drawing near, a soul whose presence will reflect your worth, not question it. But before they arrive, you must see yourself clearly. You must be the first to honor your own light. You were never broken, Taurus. You were being reformed, refined. You were being called back to yourself, the self you left behind while surviving. And now the call is louder than ever. No more dimming. No more waiting for the perfect time. You are the miracle. You are the moment. Beloved Taurus, your journey has been sacred, and now it is time to proclaim your return. Write this decree in the comments and let the universe echo your voice. I turn my pain into power, my tears into gold, and my silence into wisdom. I am ready for the divine chapter written just for me. Feel it, speak it. The universe has already begun to respond. Taurus, as we descend deeper into this spiritual current that has chosen you, not randomly, but ritually, it is essential to understand this. Your soul has been through sacred fire, not the fire that destroys, but the fire that reveals. This season, intensified by Pluto retrograde in Aquarius, is reshaping not only how the world sees you, but how you see yourself. For too long, you carried burdens that were never yours to begin with. Expectations, roles, narratives placed on you by wounded hearts who could not see your truth. But the veil has lifted. You are beginning to recognize the ancient architecture of your being. You are not clay molded by others. You are stone carved by spirit, slowly, purposefully, beautifully. The hanged man appears now, not to trap you in waiting, but to invert your vision. What once seemed like delay was protection. What felt like isolation was preparation. You were hidden because the sacred needs space to unfold. And now, with Saturn moving through Pisces and activating your 11th house of destiny and soul tribes, your vision is returning, sharper, wiser, unfiltered by fear. You may find that what once comforted you now repels you. The old rhythm no longer moves your feet. The old voices no longer soothe your heart. This is not confusion, dear Taurus. This is clarity. This is your spirit rejecting what no longer resonates with its frequency. You are becoming sensitive, not in weakness, but in divine alignment. Your body, your intuition, your dreams, all of them are now channels of higher guidance, and you must trust them. A decision looms on the horizon. The Two of Wands rises, signaling a choice that is not between right or wrong, but between known and destined. You may be tempted to stay in the comfort of what is familiar, but the soul does not evolve in the known. It grows in mystery, in movement, in the sacred unknown. You are being called to leap, not recklessly, but faithfully. The universe will not show you the entire path. It rarely does, but it will illuminate the next step. And that is all you need to move. Trust that each step you take toward your truth brings the next step into light. Your soul is remembering its ancient purpose. That's why you're feeling the pull to create, to speak, to teach, to lead, not from ego, but from essence. The magician emerges here, reminding you that you already hold everything you need: the tools, the time, the talent, the truth. Nothing is missing, only your full permission to begin. And begin you must. Because what's coming is too vast, too beautiful, too sacred to be delayed any longer. Uranus, still journeying through your sign, continues to awaken you from complacency. Expect the unexpected, a shift in career, a sudden relocation, an invitation from someone you thought lost. These aren't disruptions. They are alignments disguised as surprises. Receive them with wonder. Relationships will shift. Some will dissolve quietly. Others will ignite like comets. Both are sacred. Do not mourn what leaves. Bless it, and do not fear what arrives. Embrace it. Each connection now is divinely timed. Trust that your soul will recognize who is meant to walk beside you. Also, pay attention to your dreams. Neptune's influence is opening portals in your sleep. Messages, symbols, memories from past lives may surface. Write them down. They carry keys. They are not illusions. They are instructions from your spirit guides. And your body, Taurus, this sacred vessel, is becoming more sensitive to energy. Listen to it. It may crave stillness, water, movement, nature. Feed it what it needs. This body is the altar through which your purpose moves. Taurus, breathe. The air you inhale now is not the same air of your yesterdays. It is charged, filled with the echoes of destiny, carrying whispers from the spirit realm. And as you walk through this mystical turning point, a new truth begins to rise from within. Your resilience was never just survival. It was prophecy in motion. The Ten of Swords appears in your reading, not as a symbol of defeat, but as the sacred punctuation mark to an old chapter. A cycle of silent suffering ends here. You are not being punished. You are being released. That weight you've carried, the expectations, betrayals, ancestral grief, they no longer have authority over your path. This moment, dear Taurus, is karmic. Not in the sense of revenge or retribution, but restoration. The North Node aligns with Aries, stirring the depths of your 12th house, unearthing everything unspoken, unresolved, and repressed. Secrets you've kept even from yourself are surfacing, not to haunt you, but to heal you. The universe is clearing out every corner of your spirit that has been hiding in shame, guilt, or unworthiness. And yes, it can feel like unraveling, but understand this: you are not falling apart. You are shedding. You are returning to your original brilliance, the soul that came into this world untainted, powerful, whole. Your lineage speaks now. Ancestors who walked through famine, silence, exile, and invisibility, they watch you and whisper, "You are our miracle. You are the one who breaks the chain." Their hands are on your back. Their breath moves through your courage. You carry not only your story, but their unfulfilled dreams. And now, through you, those dreams rise. The Empress, your divine archetype, sits at the center of this reading, not as a passive queen, but as the fierce birther of sacred reality. She reminds you of who you are: creator, sustainer, transmitter of beauty and abundance. Your worth is not in question. It never was. You were simply surrounded by those who could not see your light because it reflected what they feared in themselves. This new chapter requires boundaries, Taurus, real ones, the kind you didn't feel safe to set before. But now Saturn demands maturity. It's time to say no, not from bitterness, but from reverence for your own energy. Your presence is sacred. Your time is sacred. Your peace is sacred. You are learning to stop negotiating your light. The Five of Pentacles falls away. That sense of being excluded, left out in the cold, watching others receive what you've prayed for. That narrative is dissolving. Jupiter's retrograde invites you inward, not to punish, but to expand your capacity to believe again. What felt like delay was actually preparation for divine alignment. The blessing wasn't late, it was being tailored to your healing. Taurus, in the coming days, a message will arrive. Perhaps a literal letter, a dream, a conversation, a divine sign. It will feel both unexpected and familiar. It is a soul contract coming into awareness, an opportunity that echoes something ancient in you. Be open. Do not let past disappointment cause you to close the gates of your heart. You are not who you were then. You can receive now without fear. You are entering a field of true abundance, not the loud kind, the rooted kind. Abundance that speaks in soft mornings, in steady love, in meaningful work, in nights where you sleep without fear. Money will flow, not as luck, but as recognition. Recognition of the value you've carried all along. Your talents are no longer dormant. What you create will nourish others. What you say will awaken those ready to remember who they are. And love, yes, love is near. For some, a reunion of souls long parted. For others, a new encounter that feels ancient. Either way, it will require your courage. Open your heart, not to be saved, but to be seen. You are not invisible, Taurus. You are unforgettable. Taurus, we have come to the heart of the matter, the sacred fire that was never meant to destroy you, but to forge you. You are no longer merely healing, you are becoming. And what you are becoming is something the world desperately needs, but few are prepared to witness. A Taurus awakened. With the Sun currently transiting Gemini and Mercury soon entering Cancer, your throat chakra begins to throb with divine urgency. You can no longer remain silent about what you know, what you feel, and what you carry. Your voice is a wand, a vessel of creation, a healer of timelines, and the universe now insists, speak, Taurus. Speak not for validation, but for liberation. The Queen of Swords appears, not cold, but crystalline in her truth. This is not about harshness, it's about precision. You are being asked to cut away the fog, the self-doubt, the pleasing, the hesitation. There is no more space for shrinking. You are here to articulate your vision, your boundaries, your prayers, and your purpose with unmistakable clarity. Taurus, if your heart has been quietly nodding, if you felt seen and understood in this unfolding, then this message found you for a reason. Hit the subscribe button to stay in tune with your soul's journey and leave a comment with your reflections. Your story may be the light someone else is waiting to find. This is more than a reading, it's a remembering, and your energy is part of it. And make no mistake, people will listen, some will resist, others will awaken, but all will feel the frequency of your words, because now your voice carries the resonance of survival and sovereignty. The echo of someone who crossed through their personal underworld and emerged not broken but illuminated. This is the birth of your leadership, not the leadership of titles or hierarchy, but the sacred authority that comes from embodied truth. You are being prepared to guide, to build, to inspire through your example, through your steady presence, through your refusal to settle for anything less than what honors your soul. Do you feel it? The way the world around you is beginning to respond differently. You are magnetizing new opportunities, aligned, expansive, divinely timed, not because you're forcing, but because you're finally allowing. This is the dance of manifestation, surrendering control while deepening your commitment to the vision. The Ace of Pentacles is here, Taurus, a portal of tangible new beginnings, a seed that contains the blueprint of long-term stability and success. For some, it will be a new business. For others, a contract, a collaboration, a move. And for many, it will begin with a subtle idea, a whisper from your soul that says, "Start here, follow it." Every small action taken in alignment with your truth now carries exponential power. You are not hustling for crumbs, you are aligning with legacy. This is a time to plant deeply, intentionally. What you begin now will ripple through years, even lifetimes. But remember, manifestation without spiritual grounding becomes empty ambition. This is why the Hierophant, your guardian archetype, rises now, to remind you that your success must be sacred, your abundance must be ethical, your visibility must be rooted in service. There is no room for imitation anymore. The world needs your originality, not your mask. It is your raw, unfiltered essence that opens doors no key can unlock. It is your lived truth that gives others permission to stop pretending. And as you step into this embodiment, relationships will shift once more. Some will fall away with grace, others will be tested, but those meant to stay will rise with you. You are not losing love, you are refining it. The ones who remain will be those who can meet you in your fullness, not just your fragments. Pluto's retrograde in Aquarius is unearthing your collective calling, your role not just in your personal sphere, but in the wider web of humanity. You are being summoned to take part in something greater than yourself. Movements, mentorships, healing circles, artistic revolutions, technological awakenings. Choose what resonates, but do not stand still. And in all of this, Taurus, do not abandon the most sacred of all spaces, your inner temple. Your rituals, no matter how simple, are the spells that anchor you in clarity. Your morning silence, your journal, your altar, your food, your rest. These are not luxuries, they are lifelines. Honor them. They are the soil in which your magic grows. The world may still underestimate you. Let them. Your unfolding is not for their approval, it is for your evolution, and those who are meant to receive your frequency will find you. They are already on their way. Taurus, we arrive at the culmination, not an end but a consecration, a sacred sealing of all that has been awakened, remembered, shed and reclaimed. This is the moment your soul exhales and whispers, "I made it." But it is also the breath that says, "Now I begin." There's a stillness that follows the storm, a holy silence, and within that silence a knowing, Nothing will ever be the same again, not because everything around you has changed, but because you have. The world card stands before you now, the final arcana, the grand completion. It honors every step of your journey. The losses you thought would break you, the victories you thought you didn't deserve, the healing that came not as a flash, but as a quiet, persistent rising. You have crossed thresholds most wouldn't even dare to face, and you did it in the quiet, in the dark, often without applause. But now the applause comes, not from the outside, but from the soul. Let yourself feel the fullness of that. Eclipses earlier this season may have stirred your foundation, and as we approach the full moon in Capricorn, the energy shifts toward embodiment and realization. What was only vision is becoming form. What was only hope is becoming truth. You are not just dreaming a better future, you are living it, breath by conscious breath. And yet, this is not a time to rush. Integration is sacred. Your nervous system needs space to catch up with your spirit. Rest is not retreat. Silence is not stagnation. Let your soul land in the body you've transformed. Let the medicine settle, because the real work begins now. You are no longer chasing alignment, you are alignment. Every choice you make from this point on must reflect the frequency of the life you've vowed to live. This means no more settling, no more performing, no more apologizing for needing peace, depth, beauty, and truth. You've become the gatekeeper of your own field. And only what nourishes, what honors, what expands may enter. There will still be moments of doubt. That is human, but doubt no longer has dominion over you, because now you carry remembrance, and that is stronger than fear. You remember who you are. You remember why you came, and no shadow can unwrite that. The King of Pentacles appears now, fully in his throne, not because he seeks power, but because he embodies it. This is the version of you who no longer hustles for crumbs, but cultivates legacy, who no longer waits to be chosen, but knows they are the one who chooses, who no longer hides their depth, but stands as an unshakable presence in a world still addicted to performance. You've stopped surviving, you've started leading, and this leadership is sacred. It is not about being above others, but about going first. About showing what's possible when one soul chooses truth over illusion, wholeness over approval, peace over performance. From here, your future stretches like a golden horizon, not without challenge, but without confusion. The questions that once plagued you, am I enough? Will it ever come? Dissolve into certainty. You are enough. It is already here. In love, some of you will receive a partner who mirrors this new embodiment. Someone who does not require fixing, saving, or explaining, because they too have walked their fire. And for those who walk alone now, know this: your solitude is not empty. It is the womb of divine partnership with yourself and with Source. Taurus, your tears have watered a future that now begins to bloom. Walk gently, walk boldly. Walk as one who knows the earth is blessed by your every step. Leave this sacred decree in the comments as a final act of embodiment. I have crossed the fire, I walk in gold, I lead from soul. My time is now, and I do not wait. Say it, feel it. The universe listens, and every star knows your name. Now that you've walked this journey, Taurus, don't let it stop here. Subscribe to stay connected to the energies that support your growth and guide your next step. And in the comments, write your decree out loud, not just for others to see, but for the universe to receive. This is your moment. Claim it, speak it, witness the shift.